Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna be talking about a different software. Well, it's not a different software, it's still Mike, it's a different model. So I received a query through YouTube, which there was one user which was asking me if I could explain how to introduce tides in his flow model. Basically, you introduce tides in the flow model as you will introduce tides in basically almost any mic 21 model. So what you have to do is first, well, you need to have the tide variations in one DFS0 file. So well, if you have a record of the tides, you have to somehow you have to create this file with the information you have. How you create this file, I think I explained how you create this DFS0 files in one of the videos. If not, this is fairly easy. You just define the time step, um, and then you just populate this list with the information you have. So in this case, you can just have two columns. So this one that defines the time and another column that defines the tide levels or the water levels. Why I have here more columns, because you can define for each boundary a different tide. If, don't know, let's say that maybe your model is huge, and for the different boundaries that you have defined, you have different tide levels. In this case, as you can see, there's the same uh, tide level in each of these columns, which will mean that the model is not big enough so to have different tide levels in the different boundaries that you have created. So after you have created this file, what you have to do is to load it. So also what you're gonna need to do is first, in this is the example for the flow model, but for the other models will be more or less the same. So in the basic parameters, there's the boundary. So you have to create first your boundary, and then here in the hydrodynamic parameters, you have to select that boundary. Then you want to assign the tides to that boundary. So you want to assign this tidal variation to this file. So what you have to do is just basically load the file that you have created here into here. Then when you do that, as you see, I'm doing this in Word because I'm at home at the moment. So and in this computer that I'm using, I don't have the mic installed. Anyway, so when you click here in those three dots, this window opens, and a part of loading the file that you have created, you have to tell the software to which boundary this tide is going to be applied. So in this case, when you have created the boundaries here, see these boundaries, those boundaries will have an identification number. So this is the number that you put here, and that will generate the tides that you have here on that boundary. So I hope this is clear enough. I would like to thank Laura Ruiz Ferrer, who is a colleague of mine, who has checked that in the flow model, the how you were introducing the tides is the same as in the mic model, and she has given me advice on doing this. So I hope I hope you find this useful, and comment if you have done it. Cheers, bye.